Absolutely not. You keep going because your efforts also help build the global community line. So the next question is, how fast do you want this to take place? It is not up to Give on how fast this moves. It is up to all of us. Now, here's the benefit for all of you that's here at the very beginning. That means that, and you know what? I'll share that when I show the global community line. But I just want to highlight this for a second. $6,900 worth of Bitcoin. Would you like to receive that one time or multiple times? Of course, your answer is multiple times. Well, how does that happen? The system resets itself every 60 days, which means no matter what stage you're on, we all go back to ground zero and go through the contributions again. Now, why will we do that? Are we starting all over again? No. See, this is a marathon, not a sprint. If you're on stage 2 and the system never resets, you're not receiving any more contributions until the global community line builds enough for you to move to stage 3. Again, I cannot tell you how long that will be. It could be a week, it could be 2 days, it could be 2 months. But by resetting and us going through the contributions again, call this residual contribution. So whatever you received before, about a week after a reset, you're going to receive all over again and get right back to where you were so that you can continue your forward progress. Now, to get to stage 5, it's a big jump from $8,000 worth of Bitcoin to $80,000 worth of Bitcoin. You're going to contribute 1 whole Bitcoin back. You keep 7. Now, you must help at least 2 individuals to move through these stages 3 and 4, to qualify for stage 5. On stage 6, it's a bigger jump from 8 Bitcoin to 64 Bitcoin. You contribute 12.5%, you keep 56. Now, as impressive as 64 Bitcoin is, what's more impressive is the fact that they're contributing more than $50,000 to charitable causes in our community. Now, I said it earlier, the goal of Up2Give is to help you to receive more in resources so that you can actually become a philanthropist. Of course, everybody would love to give back to charity, but most people are living paycheck to paycheck or barely making it at all, so you don't have enough extra to give back. Up2Give wants to help you in that process. So let me show you the global community line as far as how this is going to be in your benefit. You personally share with 2 individuals to get off of ground zero. Throughout your entire course and progress through Up2Give, the goal is to share with 2 and teach them to do the same thing, because you cannot move off of ground zero until you share with 2. What happens if you share with more than 2 people? Well, 2 things takes place. You're helping to build the global community line, and those from the 3rd person and beyond, their contributions is now going to feed into stage 1 individuals and above. So now let's look at stage 1. Once you enter stage 1, the very next person that qualifies for stage 1, whether it's from you sharing it with them or from anybody around the world, is going to fall in your global community line. You see, every contribution you do is going to multiple individuals on each stage. So you'll be receiving contributions from people you do not know. Now, once on each stage, you reach a certain number that qualifies you to receive up to all contributions on that stage. So for example, stage 1, that number is 40. If you don't have 40, you're never going to be qualified to receive up to all the contributions. But once you get to 40, at least you're qualified. The rest is going to come from how fast the global community line moves. And again, that is completely up to all of us. And every stage has a number. Stage 2 is 80. Stage 3 is 160. Stage 4 is 320. Stage 5 is 640. Stage 6 is 1024. Now, understand again that this is not a compensation plan. This is charity. This is giving to individuals' causes. How fast this line moves depends on us as a community. We have about 12,000 active members in the giving box right now. Once we have 50,000 or more in, this starts to move very fast. We have a record number of people that have received the most amount of contributions and the most that's already in stage 4 right now in just 2 weeks of our last reset. Again, this is a marathon and not a sprint. So to recap on how all this happens, you're going to pay your $32 at Up2Give. You're going to contribute to personal causes in the Up2Give community, $50 worth of Bitcoin. You're going to qualify with your first 2 personals, and now you're qualified to receive Bitcoin towards your causes and purpose. And we have a special announcement. With this special announcement, anybody that is a current member of Up2Give, if you personally enroll 3 new members between now and June 9th at midnight Pacific Standard Time, you will receive your next month's membership for free. And what does that mean? Well, every 30 days, we pay our $32 monthly membership, and that happens on the 15th of every month. So if you enroll 3 new individuals between now and June 9th, your $32 membership fee is waived for this month, and you won't have to pay that again until July 15th. If you are brand new, meaning you joined after June 1st, and you paid your $32, you will not pay that again until July 15th. Not June 15th, July 15th. Now that is our presentation, ladies and gentlemen. And we normally have 2 types of people that see the presentation at this point. First type of person says, Brandon, this is for me. Sign me up. Let's go. I'm ready to roll. The second type of person says, Brandon, this is not for me. And I understand. It's not for everybody. Get back to the person who invited you. Ask to see their cause and do them a favor. Help contribute to their cause to make their plan B a reality. And then please find a plan B of your own. We live in a brand new world today. Nothing that any of us could have predicted. Nobody alive has experienced what's going on today, maybe part of it. But we are experiencing a global, collective event. It's like the Great Depression, civil unrest of the 60s, and the Spanish pandemic all at the same time. With record unemployment, lockdowns and curfews. We don't know how long this is going to last, and we don't know what the world's going to look like on the other side. So it is in all of our best interests to follow what Jim Rohn says, which is building a financial wall around your family so high that nothing can penetrate it. And if what traditionally has worked is no longer viable, then we must think outside of the box and come up with a plan B that's no longer a luxury, that's no longer a hobby, but is a necessity. Find a way to make money and have resources from home. People are doing it. I've been doing it for 8 years. Now, as a disclaimer, and I'm going to spend some time on this because I'm going to share some detailed information here. This is a brand new opportunity. This is not a 6-month fly-by-night scam just to try to take all your Bitcoin and steal your money. I want to reiterate that Up2Give does not even get your Bitcoin. So when people ask, where does my Bitcoin go when I contribute? It's going to your neighbor. It's going to your friend. It's going to people in the community. It does not go to Up2Give. Another thing that our algorithm allows us to do is make sure that everybody receives something. That was the heart of Jerry from the very beginning. From the very beginning when we first got started, his motto was no man left behind. Everybody in the giving box that has moved off of ground zero has received something. Maybe not all the contributions yet, because we're only 2 weeks into the reset, but you have all received something. And as the global community line continues to grow, you will receive more. But the global community line is not going to grow if we don't grow it. I say we as a global community, not Up2Give. We will not allow any income claims. Again, this is not a compensation plan. We are doing everything legal and compliant. Our company is audited, everything that we do. And understand that even though we are running a company that's about philanthropy and charity, we're also not running a welfare center. We're looking for individuals in these early days that want to help build the global community line, not write it. The numbers are the numbers. They cannot be manipulated. We have to reach a certain number for things to move at a certain speed and pace. So what I suggest is if you're looking at this and you're ready to get started, understand a couple of things. Number one, this is not a compensation plan. Number two, this is not a get-rich-quick scheme or scam. Number three, I cannot guarantee you on how fast you can get through stage 4, stage 5, and stage 6. What I can tell you is this, that if you do put your head down and go to work, you will receive contributions and you will receive more. We have individuals that's already into stage 5 in the last 2 weeks. Also, let's manage your expectations. If all you did do was share with 2 individuals, you are qualified to eventually get to stage 4, but that's not going to happen overnight. If you did just ride the global community line, that could take some time. So you want to build your business by making sure that you do a couple of things. And one, and this is how I always approach business. What is the cost? $32 a month. $32 a month. Okay, if we multiply that times 3 months, that's $96 for 3 months. I would put $96 aside that I know I'm going to be able to pay for the next 3 months, regardless of my success. If I do not have a long-term mentality, I'm not even going to get started. If you have that, I'm just going to stick my feet in the water to see if it works or not. This is not for you. You can please find something else. Plan your business appropriate. You set aside $96 for 3 months, regardless of whether or not you get to stage 3, 4, 5. So now you can, make sure that it's covered. But then you go to work and you share with 2 people as soon as possible. And you teach those 2 to do the same thing. And you teach those 2 to do the same thing. You could be like some individuals that have already gone through stage 4 in 10 days. So that is completely up to you, but you're not by yourself. We have a support system and a team here to help you. We're not even asking you to explain this business. Just plug in and invite to a presentation like this one that will do it all for you. I've only shown you 70% of what the company is fully going to be about. We're not operating 100% yet. You will be close, if not all there, by July 15th on our next reset. And over the next couple of weeks, you're going to start hearing more updates on that from corporate about what's taking place. The best is in front of us, not behind us, which is why I'm so excited and why I am here. We are going to change the world. And by you guys being here at the beginning, you're going to benefit the most. Why? Because if our goal is to have 100,000 to 1 million people that comes through our doors, and you're in the top 10,000 that first got started, what do you think your global community line is going to look like? How fast do you think you're going to go through the stages when every time we have a reset? So build your business from reset to reset. Okay, I got to stage 2 and stage 3 on the last reset, or stage 1 and 2. The next reset, I'm going to work to get myself to stage 3 and 4. The next reset, I'm going to work to get myself to stage 5. As a leader, think of it on those terms, and I'm going to go into even more detail on the next international presentation on Friday, and I'm going to probably have a special guest on that's going to elaborate so that everybody has a clear understanding of how the Giving Box works, what to expect, and what you could do to improve your position within the Giving Box. Again, this is a marathon and not a sprint. I look forward to working with those of you who want to help to build this to be a global household name. Thank you guys for being here. My name is Brandon Ivy. I am doing a presentation again tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific on this same link. All you have to do is invite and then be here for our special training on this Saturday, same time as this one for international. Here's a one answer I have for those who say, how can we move this even faster? If every single person in the Giving Box right now were to enroll 2 new individuals, we double the size of the participation in the Giving Box. And everybody that's on stage 1 will float probably all the way through stage 3. That's just a fact. So have a great day, everybody. God bless. Stay safe. And I'll see you all tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern.